Happy Saturday from Dallas, everybody. As most of you know, today is the big robot sale. I've been saying it like all week long, so we don't need to beat that to death. Anyway, welcome. I thought what we'd do is take a look at a chart today, and one of my favorite patterns, and something that I'm going to be doing a lot more of over the course of the next few weeks, and maybe even over the course of the next year. So without further ado, let's take a look at the charts. Okay, this is the pattern that I just love so much. It's a head and shoulders pattern, and you can see it here really easily on the chart. And I've drawn this little mountain formation here to make it as easy as possible. Here's a shoulder, here's a head, and then here's a shoulder. Now, there's 1,000 books written about this pattern. Just look for the book by Martin Pring, Pring on Price Patterns. It's just absolutely spectacular. And I'll try to link to that book in the description below. And so you've got two shoulders, which are lower than the head, and then you've got a neckline underneath. And this pattern just repeats itself over and over and over again. And it's a reversal pattern. So when you identify the pattern, and when price breaks below that right shoulder's neckline, then price is usually going to drop. Now, we've been over this pattern several times, a whole bunch of times. But one thing that we haven't talked about, which we probably need to spend some more time with, is identifying when this pattern is accompanied by what I call a reversal tab. And it's right here in red. It's that red tab-looking thing that's right there. And so I developed this indicator about 5 years ago. And I've got it for all the major charting platforms. And we'll talk about this next week. I'll give a link to it next week. I'm not going to give a link to it today because we're building something special for it. So you can just kind of look forward to that and whatever else. But I wanted to show you the value of this sort of reversal tab across the board on a bunch of different financial instruments. So if we just cycle through here, what you'll notice is that this reversal tab, when they appear, they're pretty great indicators of price moving in the direction that the reversal tab is pointed to. But what's really great is when you get two of them or three of them right next to each other. And that's a really nice indication when that happens that we're going to get some kind of maybe more significant move in the direction of those tabs. And as you can see here, the Euro New Zealand dropped really nicely after the formation of that double tab situation. So Australia, I'm just looking here at, I'm just going to cycle through the charts and show you there's another one pointing up. And sometimes it takes hours or maybe even a day or two for the actual tab to mean anything. And I'm not even picking and choosing. I'm just cycling through the screen here and all of the different currency pairs. Now, sometimes they're going to be what we like to call them failures. It's going to print a tab, and then it's not really going to move in the direction that the tab sort of predicted that it would go. And so that's always a possibility. And you can see here two competing tabs, one down, one up. And price kind of just moved up and down. It never really gets you in a ton of trouble. As you can see here, price doesn't move that far away from the tab, so it's not that bad. Here's Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. It's printing this confusion area. When you see tabs that print in that confusion area like that, that means price is in a zone, and it wants to break out from that zone in one direction or the other. Ooh, here we go. This is a really nice example. There's some bearish divergence. That means price was rising, but some kind of oscillator was falling. And then we've got a reversal tab pointing down. That's a really nice indication that price wants to move lower. There's just a green tab by itself. I was hoping that we could find maybe an example of, there, two tabs together again. That's exactly what I wanted to find. Okay, so here's another example of a double tab. DT, boom. DT, I lived in Deseret Towers at BYU when I was a freshman. How about that? I think I was on the 4th floor. Can't remember. Doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter. There's just one reversal tab, but on oil, I would very much expect there to be another one coming pretty soon. Swiss yen, nothing. The Ethereum. Let's look at the pound. Anything going on with the pound? There's two tabs in the same direction, interrupted by one tab in the middle, and that's a range. This is going to create a breakout box, and price is going to break out from one side or the other. That's going to be worth looking at all next week. Pound Swiss, nothing. I really want to see another example of multiple tabs. And I don't want to have to go searching all over the place. Meaning, I just want to look at current charts. Double tab, DT. The triple tab, the TT, that's what I want to find. I don't think we're going to see one anywhere on these charts here. We're just really not going to find one, I don't think. But when they do appear, they are awesome when you get a triple tab situation. Now, I'm sure some of you that are watching right now, you're saying to yourself, I want to get my grubby little hands. You don't have grubby hands. You have beautiful hands, by the way. You want to get your hands on this indicator. So I understand that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this indicator next week as a standalone indicator for TradingView, together with my friend AP, Andrew Palladino. We're going to release this indicator as a standalone for TradingView next week. And if you are a lifetime member, or you bought the Path, or you bought the robot sale this weekend, we're going to send that to you first. And that'll be a great standalone indicator. And you'll be able to identify those on your own. Anyway, I think the reason that this interests me is that it accomplishes something that is sort of not the holy grail of trading, but it accomplishes this really important thing. It's a very simple way to reduce the number of things that we look at, simplify what we look at, and it allows us to look at the market through a lens, just like glasses. And it allows us to look at the market through a particular lens. And once we can focus our attention on something, we know exactly what we're looking for. And already you know that if you see 1, 2, and 3, you know that if they're competing with each other, that's going to set up a range, and there's going to be a breakout from that range, and that can be really powerful. And then you already know if we see 2 in a row in the same area, you know that's important, and you know that can be really meaningful. And I can't remember where we saw it, so I don't know why I'm even bothering to look at all this stuff. But you get the idea. I just love this stuff, and I hope you're having the most fantastic, wonderful, amazing Saturday of all time. Don't forget, click that bell on the subscription and subscribe to the channel. If you like the content that I'm putting out and you like the stuff that I'm producing, please hit that subscribe button or my face that's down here in the bottom of the video. And then if you want to get those robots, they're on sale today. Last day you can get them at robbooker.com. Just click on that link. And once you do that, you'll jump on over to the 72-hour robot sale. Bye for now, everybody. Love you all.